With the government of the United States apparently under siege, staff at the White House also responded to the news.
I was having breakfast with a colleague in the White House mess in the basement of the West Wing lobby. At that point, then we had gathered the staff, evacuated, just told them to run out of the complex as fast as you can.
But while the staff were ordered to evacuate, Secret Service agents quickly escorted Vice President Dick Cheney and several high-ranking officials to a hidden bunker below the White House, known as the President's Emergency Operations Center, or PEOC.
It's in the East Wing basement. It's an old World War II bomb shelter with a great big heavy door full of bunks and canned foods and canned water and all that. Cheney and Condoleezza Rice and a few other people rode out the storm on 9/11 in the PEOC.
But what if the president's home and office had been threatened? Are there methods or avenues of escape from the White House itself? And could this information be outlined in a book of secrets?
I was very surprised to learn the quick routes that needed to be taken in case of an emergency. And not something that I can discuss, but there are ways that the president can be moved from point A to point B very quickly in an emergency situation.
There is a back staircase from the second floor of the White House to the third floor of the White House. And the door was hidden and painted into the wall. There was no doorknob. You just touched the door and it opened. And then there's also tunnels from the White House under the Treasury building to get out on the other side. And so I would use the tunnels and get out that way so I didn't have to go out the front gate.
There were evacuation plans. They give you a yellow pouch, probably about yay big, and it actually turns into a gas mask in case if there's any type of chemical attack or biological attack, anything that's airborne that could threaten the individual. So they give you that. It's supposed to help you breathe for long enough to get out of the city.
We were all responsible for knowing what we were supposed to do in an emergency. And you had to regular briefings and updates to make sure that you knew. Because it could happen. It could happen any moment.
There are other places around town, but it's pretty sensitive, their location and their capabilities. I really can't talk about.
We know that not far from Washington, D.C., there are major underground facilities. There's one in Virginia in the Shenandoah Mountains known as the Mount Weather facility, which